I'm in court on this morning of January 10th, 2024, in regards to some old court claims, some old unfair court claims, also called Black Matters, of which I don't play, but some people are insisting that I play. I really didn't have to come to court legally, fairly, because all that I have done is fair, based on being put in an unfair situation, based on my housing being taken from me unfairly, based on my jobs being taken from me unfairly, based on me being homeless without housing, put in an unfair situation, having to put up a tent 365 days a year for over 3 years. I set up a tent, rain, sleet, snowstorms, weather was sometimes below zero every evening. And I took the tent down every morning, rain, sleet, snowstorm, because I had other business that I was trying to take care of. I was trying to expose and get assistance in regards to what was going on in regards to me. But anyhow, I've been to court about these cases over like 6 7 years ago. And I also went back to court again before I had got housing up over 3 years ago. They told me to clear it up again. So I've been to court this is like my third time going to court for these matters that actually former judges had dismissed two cases. One with a female giving me problems in the shelter, and then she go to court and claim I did something wrong to her, when what she did was unfair. Her approach was unfair, and what she did was unfair. Then she followed me to Pine Street. What she did is wrong at Rosie's place. Then she followed me to Pine Street, and she did the same thing to get me put out of there. I end up homeless because I had no place of my own to go to. Plus, I was told that some people would come along and help me get housing quickly, which didn't happen as quickly as I thought. So it was a lot of work being homeless, and I did fairly well. But anyways, I did some unfair business, some business that I wouldn't usually do. But being put in an unfair situation, I'm bound to do some type of unfair. Setting up a tent 365 days a year for over 3 years is unfair. Me having cold, wet feet for some months and have no money, no food stamps. And I don't ask money from people for money. I just didn't do it. I always work for mine. I'm independent. But anyways, I end up going into a store as a second claim. I went in Marshall's, which is down Back Bay Copley area. It's no longer there. They got rid of it, like maybe seemed like within 6 months to a year after what happened to me. I noticed that the place was closed down. But when it was there, I went there and I put on a pair of boots, not not being concerned about who was watching me, because I was more so concerned about being put in such a bad situation. It's bad information situation because it was unfair. Because I usually pay for mine, and I had cold, wet feet for months. So I went in and I put on some boots, and I came out, and a female tried to stop me, but I bypassed her. And then a male come to me. I believe he was working with her, and he seemed upset because got past her, and I didn't stop for her. So he came at me, and this approach was unfair. Being a government worker and seeing that I'm homeless or having some type of problem, but I didn't look like I was a troublemaker. I just more probably looked like I was going through hardship and some trouble. But anyways, the male was making bullying movements, and he was doing so for seemed like over 5 minutes. And later on, I figured out that it was because he was waiting. He was doing it, trying to wait for the police to get there. So, anyways, him doing the bullying movements, I was doing them back to him. But I wasn't gonna hit him. But I was aggravated because I didn't know when he was gonna hit me or if he was gonna decide to hit me. And he saw on my face that I was aggravated. So what he did is said, "Hit me." And being an asshole, the way he said it, I hit him. And then when the police came, he told the police that I hit him. So that was wrong. In my situation, being in the situation I was in, wrong, because he's a government worker and he should find a way to talk to a person, especially seeing that they're homeless and going through hardship. But anyways, that's the second case. The third case is about some police coming in Copley Mall saying that I did something wrong, but they weren't clear about what I had done. And I wouldn't give them my hands because they started proceeding to take my hand. It's Black Matters. It's unreal what they were doing. I don't play that, but it's people insisting that I play it. Anyways, I wouldn't give him my hand. So I went to punch one of the policemen that was trying to take my hand to put handcuffs on, and instead of me punching him, he punched me in my face, and my body was picked up by maybe four or five other police. They all were male. I didn't see no females. They all were male. Picked my body up and slammed me face down on the ground and handcuffed me and took me to jail. Didn't file the report as they were supposed to file a police report to say what had happened. They didn't file a report because it was dishonest and it was wrong what they had done to me. But anyways, I don't play Black Lives Matter, but some people are insisting that I play along with them. They're the people that play it. They have unfair and abusive behavior. It's some police, it's some attorneys, and it's some people, other government workers, and it's some people in the non-government workers that's doing so for their loved ones that work in the government office. I don't refer to myself as black. A person can look at me clearly and see my skin is not black. My skin is brown. I sometimes refer to myself as a brownie. And there's some people of different colors, including my color and other colors. Some of them say they're white. Their skin's really not white. They saying they're white. They're saying that they love to put brownies on the front line and say they're dirty and they did something that they really didn't do. That's what's going on with me. It's been happening for over 25 years. This is not the first time unfair complaints have been filed in the court in regards to me. It's not the first time. Complaints was filed in the court unfairly against me in my early 20s. That I got information stating that I was my older sibling. I'm the youngest of 10. I was told I was one of my I believe she's the eighth born sibling. They were saying I was her. I don't play that type of business, but there's people that insisted that I play it. I don't play no person being God over me. I will do the court business if I think or believe I'm going to maybe get some assistance. I told the attorney that's representing me this time that to dismiss the case. I told her in writing, and because of her information that she wrote back to me, I'm in belief that she is for the unfair people. She is practicing Black Lives Matter. They know that the information that they have on me is unfair. It's all fouled up. It's not correct. It's not clear. They do that on purpose. They practice Bible business and Black history business. They practice business that can't be proved. They wrong, cheat, and abuse a person in regards to business that can't be proved. And they are the ones that's supposed to pay me for the wrong they have done to me. I don't have to really come to court today. I came to court about these matters like over 6-7 years ago, and I went to court about the matters before I got housing because they told me I had to go into court and clear it up. When I went to court those two times, they told me that the complaint was going to be dismissed the first time I went. The first two about the shelter, homeless shelter, Rosie's Place, customer service, and a person that was supposed to be seeking a bed there. I believe they was working together to put me out, but them and then Pine Street. The female followed me to Pine Street and did something to cause trouble to make them put me out of the shelter there. It was a setup. But anyways, I only go by the gods in the courthouse. They call judges. They say, I promise to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God. And if they don't do what they're supposed to do, I'm legal not to want to go to court and not to go to court. But I'm coming to court today because I want information on this female attorney that seems like she's against me based on email writings that she's wrote to me. She seems like she's a black person, as in black behaved person, practicing unfair, and they look for clean, natural persons. I'm one of them. I'm a clean, natural person to do wrong to. I say dismiss the case legally. The cases are almost 10 years old. I've been to court about the matters more than 3 or 4 times. Dismiss the case legally. It's minor what I did. It's major what the police and other persons did that filed the complaints against me.